with the name of Allah. This is the second lecture in cost volume profit analysis under risk. In this lecture, I will explain how to determine the probability of profit. To determine the probability of profit, there are 4 steps. Number 1. Determine mean of profit x bar. Number 2. Determine standard deviation of profit sigma bar. Number 3. Calculate z value. And number 4. Determine the probability using statistical table Z. Example 3 on page 42. The following are data for a manufacturing company. The mean of sales volume 5,000 units, selling price 3,000 per unit, variable cost 1,750 per unit, the budgeted fixed cost 5,800,000. It's assumed that profit is subject to normal distribution, and the probability distribution for the estimated sales volume is normal with a standard deviation sigma of 400 units. The selling price, variable cost, and the total fixed cost are assumed to be certain. Note, there is a table containing Z value and its probability. Required. Number 1. What is the probability of profit being greater than $200,000? What is the probability of profit being less than $200,000? What is the probability of profit being greater than the profit of break-even point in dollars? Number 4. What is the probability of loss being greater than $300,000? Step number 1. Calculate the mean of profit B bar. B bar equal X bar times contribution margin per unit minus fixed cost. X bar here is the mean of sales volume equal 5,000 times contribution margin per unit equal selling price per unit 3,000 minus variable cost per unit 1,750 minus fixed cost 5,800,000 equal 450,000. So the mean of profit B bar equal 450,000. Step number 2. Calculate the standard deviation of profit sigma bar. Sigma bar equal the standard deviation of sales volume sigma times contribution margin per unit. Sigma in this example equal 400 times contribution margin per unit selling price 3,000 minus variable cost per unit 1,750 equal 500,000. So sigma bar equal 500,000. To solve required number 1 about the probability of profit is being greater than 200,000, you must calculate Z value. Z value equal expected profit B minus B bar. B bar is the mean of profit divided by sigma bar. Sigma bar is the standard deviation of profit. In this example, B equal 200,000 from the required minus B bar, the mean of profit 450,000 divided by sigma bar, the standard deviation of profit 500,000, that's equal minus 0.5. From the table, at Z value equals 0.5, the probability is 0.6915. Z equal minus 0.5, that means it's in the left side, and the probability will be in the right side. As the probability of profit is being greater than 200,000, that means the probability is the area in the right side equal 0.6915, that means 69.15%. Required number 2. What is the probability of profit being less than 200,000? Z equal minus 0.5 from the first required, and the probability is 0.6915. I ask about the probability of profit is being less than 200,000. So the probability equal 1 minus 0.6915 equal 0.3085 equal 30.85%. Required number 3. What is the probability of profit being greater than the profit of break-even point in dollars? Z equal B minus B bar divided by sigma bar. B, the profit of break-even point. The profit of break-even point equals 0 because at break-even point there is no loss, there is no profit. That means the profit equals 0 minus B bar 450,000 divided by sigma bar 500,000 equal minus 0.9. From the table, at Z equal 0.9, the probability is 0.8159. Because Z is minus, that means it's in the left side and the probability will be in the right side. I ask about the probability of profit is being greater than, that means the same area, so the probability will be 81.59%. Required number 4. What is the probability of loss being greater than 300,000? Z equal B minus B bar divided by sigma bar. B here is loss. That means B equal minus 300,000 minus B bar 450,000 divided by sigma bar 500,000 equal minus 1.5. From the table, at Z equal 1.5, the probability is 0.9333. From the graph, Z equal minus 0.9, that means it's in the left side, and the probability will be the area in the right side. But I ask about the probability of loss is being greater than 300,000. Loss greater than, that means the area in the left side. So the probability will be 1 minus 0.9333 equal 0.0667 equal 6.67%. By the end of this lecture, you have skills to calculate the probability of profit, but you need to solve more exercises to catch more skills. Thank you. Goodbye.